Hello and welcome to Scarredlands Sins of Shelzar, episode 11 already? Holy cow. And the episode title, which didn't make its way onto Twitch apparently, is Carnival. That's right, there's a big old celebration. So, when last we met, speaking of celebrations, Tan had been approached by... there was a camera shift when I turned away. I'm going to fix that while I'm talking. Tan had been approached by a couple of members of the Carnival of Shadows, a group that operates out of Termana, but comes to Gelspad throwing parties. And they're basically never thrown out because they're never worth the trouble of trying to do so. There are rumors about that when these parties are going down, people will periodically wind up disappearing, but there's nothing to substantiate those rumors. Did we lose Rachel, or did we just lose Rachel's camera?
Oh. Just the camera. I'm here.
Awesome.
I don't know what that was.
That's all right. We're having a bad appliance day. So, as Tan took off with the members of the Carnival of Shadows, sneaking off into her place with one of them for a lusty rendezvous.
Afternoon delight.
a bit. The rest of the party discussed going to meet up with a contact of Lulu's, another pit fighter, to try to coordinate a meeting with Pawnless Fen. Is that correct? Everyone is muted. I'm seeing a sea of mutes. It's funny.
Yes.
So
I was not with them.
It's true. That's true.
I didn't know the person's name, so I'll just go with whatever.
Yeah, Haiku was not with them. The fighter that you're going to meet with, I don't believe the name was established. But now, Charlie, were you going to accompany them as well, hearing that there was a possibility of some trouble? Okay. And you did go and rescue Tan from herself, but not before the member of the Carnival of Shadows disrespected her drapery, shouted whoop whoop family, and said he would see her later tonight down by the docks. So that's where we... Does that sound about right?
Goddamn juggalos.
Yep.
Excellent. And so you were all getting ready to head to catch up with this pit fighter. Is there anything that you wanted to do before you make your way to the meeting spot?
I got my cloak on. I don't have it up, but I have it on.
So you're just ahead?
No, it's not active unless she won't be.
Oh, it's not like the invisibility cloak? Okay.
Yeah, it's not like the Harry Potter one where like whatever is covering it is invisible.
Do we need to discuss a plan, or are we just going to talk to this person?
I thought the plan was just to go to talk with them, but you thought that there might be trouble.
Yeah, because they're supposedly super loyal to and afraid of this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's often the case.
Well, I mean,
not always, but often the case.
It's a good thing we have an entourage. It's not intimidating at all. We're going to roll in 6 deep.
All right. You all start making your way into the alleys, trying to navigate your way through the party. Even the back roads are pretty close to shoulder by this point in the afternoon. You're having a bit of a hard time navigating, at least moving quickly, I should say. And Tan, about every 150, 200 feet, you find yourself, at the very least, distracted by various carnal activities going on in the middle of the street. By this point in the day, enough people are deep enough in their cups or their Julka weed to have basically shed anything that once resembled an inhibition. And things are just kind of next level Mardi Gras out on the streets of Shelzar. So
Sounds awful.
Are you taking any precautions, doing anything to keep yourself from getting distracted? And Tan's companions, are you doing anything to keep her on task?
Lou will be holding her wrist. We're guiding her like a child. Yes.
Okay.
I think if
Yes,
she's
Ren.
holding my wrist, I'm semi going like this.
Ephraim does try to keep an eye on Tan, but probably gets distracted if there's free food.
There is a lot of food just kind of there for the taking. And why
So she'll probably like pocket a bun, go back to Tan, take a meat skewer, go back to Tan.
Love it.
Ooh, cotton candy.
Free food is free food.
You are all sort of haunted by the odor of cotton candy and regret as you're walking with Tan. But
I'm in regret.
I'm assuming, I'm hoping, I'm trying to give Tan some credit.
I'm still lusty, man. I'm not ashamed.
No regrets whatsoever. She has no regrets.
Oh boy.
Not even a letter.
Why don't Lulu, since you're sort of leading this expedition, why don't you go ahead and just give me like a straight up D20 roll if you don't mind?
Oh god. Do I add anything to it?
Nope. Just let me know what you got on that D20.
19.
Nice. Okay.
That is the strength of your hold on Tan's arm.
I lift her up with one arm.
No, you're kind of making your way through and cutting through some narrow alleys, grabbing little pieces of food and drink as you're passing by, kind of from those who are either being very generous or just not paying close enough attention to their possessions. The environment lends itself well to that kind of mobile larceny, so I'm not going to make you make any checks to sort of do those things without being noticed.
I mean, Ithran's not going to pick anyone's pocket, but free food is free food.
Right, food sitting out that's not stealing. That's just, it was out there. It was places.
Yeah, exactly.
Easy peasy.
Yep.
So you walk along relatively, apart from the aforementioned issues, there's no real difficulties you come across. You do see a few of the city guard out kind of patrolling, but probably half the guards that you see are have their helmets off and are engaged in the partying with everyone else. It looks like probably about half force is actually paying attention to their job. And you arrive at a fighting ring just on the north side of the souk. It's kind of in what looks like it was maybe like once a seamstress shop. It's basically had all of the disused, sewing supplies and shelving and hangers and all that stuff has all been kind of crammed over into one corner of the room, and a sort of makeshift ring has been basically glued to the floor with like felt. There's no actual like boundaries or ropes or anything like that around this ring. It's just kind of like a designated area that if you get knocked out of, you're out of the fight. And at this time of day when you walk in, there's no active fight going on. And as you look around, you see just a little shop. This will work.
You see a little shop?
No, I'm just talking to myself about what map I was grabbing.
Oh.
So if you kind of imagine, this area right here as being sort of a taped off area that's normally used for fighting. But the place is basically empty at this point. You do see a gentleman, looks like he's probably of orcish blood, but probably human. Human descended half-orc. Is kind of sleeping basically in this corner. Judging by his clothes, he's some sort of a commoner who's an employee of the establishment, probably like a janitor or something along those lines. He's kind of over here sawing logs.
Do I know the fighter's name? I'm assuming I do if we're hunting them down.
Yeah, you're looking for a fighter by the name of Elrin, Elrin.
Elrin?
Yep.
Elrin. I am going to ask someone who looks like they're in charge, or
literally the only
guy
person
who
here is the
works
dude that's sleeping.
if they've seen Elrin.
He sort of sits up and like brushes in front of his face, and sun's still up, right?
I guess.
No, it exploded half an hour ago. We're all gonna die.
That's a bummer. Who are you?
I'm Lulu. Looking for Elrin, my buddy from the fights.
Elrin's due to fight this evening.
Is Elrin? What is their pronoun?
Elrin's he's orc.
Do you know where I can find him?
I don't.
Right here?
Yeah, I mean, the fight will be here. He'll show up here. We start at sundown. So if you want to wait, I don't know where he stays.
Will fight while the party's going on?
Yeah, yeah. People come in; they're very free with their bets during Carnival.
Are they free with a lot of other things?
You've seen around, right?
Do I have clothes on? I'm wondering if I have clothes on. I kind of forget.
I don't know if anybody grabbed any clothes for you. I thought you threw on just like like a
Maybe I did. Let's just say I threw on a little dress of an octopus.
yeah. He says, yeah, it gets pretty nuts, but that means there's money to be made.
How close to sundown are we?
By the time you get there, it's probably 4 p.m, give or take. So you probably
So we
have
have like 3 hours.
3 or 4 hours, yeah.
So we're going to go and party again?
I don't want to just wait here for 4 hours.
So we're going to
mean,
go party again?
I'll go party with Tan.
Excellent. Who else is going back out into the streets?
You were all like, I have to read this book earlier, and now you're all about partying.
Oh, right. I forgot I had.
I remind you of your.
You say it just like that.
To study.
You had to read your book.
Yeah. So Ithrid is like all ready to go party with Tan. And then Charlotte is like, what about your book? And Ithrid's face is full. She's like, great.
I'll go with Tan. You can go read your book.
Perhaps I shouldn't have said anything.
No. Because I need to put in a certain number of hours. Thank you for reminding me. So Ithrid will curl up in a corner and be a nerd.
Okay. Are you staying there in the
Yes.
area, in the room?
Yeah.
I mean, this is the quietest place we've seen since we left home, right?
It's probably quieter than any of your domiciles would be right now, yeah.
I've already taken a seat.
I say we just hide in a corner and like me and all will guard here, and y'all can do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm. We'll text you if anything happens.
All right, so Alan and Charlene are staying behind.
Mm-hmm.
What's Breck doing?
I'm going to go with Tan.
All right.
Somebody has to.
And what's Lulu doing?
Okay, I have a question. Can I cast Beast Sense on Alin since she's a horse so that I can see through her eyes?
No, because she's a humanoid.
That's so mean. I thought you were...
Dang!
I did it on Ithrid a little bit.
I say nay!
Nay! Turned into
It was a question, guys. I asked.
Like subtly just tries to cast it and see if it works and just doesn't. Oh, it didn't work.
Yeah,
Well, Ithrin's studying. I'm going to be drawing ideas for the tattoo.
Okay.
For the bags.
I'm gonna go walk around the premises looking for. I forgot the guy's name already.
Elrin? So you just kind of
Elrin.
keeping an eye on the block. And Charlie, you were going with Breck and Tan?
Yes.
All right. So the three of you head back out into the streets. And as you're kind of wandering along, you come across a group of priestesses of Manaway. They're carrying their tridents, which is kind of their holy symbol. And they're basically wearing these kind of long gossamer robes, and offering blessings of resiliency to any of the festival goers who are feeling tired and worn out.
Is that a touch spell?
That would be a touch spell, yes.
I'd be like, hey, Tan, go make him touch you. Wait. You won't get blessed, girl?
You daring me to do
You should definitely do it. I don't think you'll do it. It's okay. Let's just keep going. She doesn't want to do it, Charlie.
What? I never said I didn't want to do it. I just wanted to make it more exciting.
So you
Go over there. Go over and make
approaching
them
the
touch me.
I would be like, haha, she did it to Charlie.
I think instead of making them touch me, I literally do a trust fall type of thing to them. Like, so
Make her
tired.
roll. Make her roll to see if she gets caught or fell.
They're priestesses. I hope they catch you.
Roll.
She naked? They might be like, ooh.
I'm not. I have a little tiny dress on.
All right, so you walk up and sort of fall in the lap of this priestess of Manaway.
Oh.
She catches you.
Oh.
And she says, "Oh, what ails you, my child?" And she touches your forehead. And she starts to say a quick prayer of healing for you. And when she does, I need you to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, indeed.
And this is how she died. 11.
Okay. So as she starts saying this prayer, at first you're just kind of like, oh, physical contact, that's nice. Kind of almost, like, it's almost as if you're on ecstasy when you lust is kind of taking over. Where every contact feels remarkably good. But as she's about 5 or 6 seconds into the prayer, you start to feel this like horrible burning on the inside. Almost like you swallowed like a hot piece of charcoal. You take 4 points of psychic damage.
Wow. Are you reacting at all, Tan? Or are you just...
Oh yeah. I was just letting him say his last piece. What else is happening? Alright. I think... Okay. So she's touching me for 6 seconds, and all of a sudden I feel burning sensation.
Yep.
Bad burning sensation. Not that ever could be good. But I think I grab her wrist, whatever is on my hand, and I want to flip her around.
Okay.
Basically putting like an arm bar.
Okay.
Say, what the fuck was that?
Go ahead.
That's a big deal for me.
Go ahead and roll your it'd be a grapple check, so it would be a martial arts move. Same thing as like if you were hitting someone.
That's Dex, right?
Yeah.
Like that's my highest.
And then your proficiency bonus.
I got a 14.
All right, so yeah, you absolutely kind of whip her around and put her in an armbar. And as you're grabbing a hold of her, the other two priestesses sort of step into step in and hold their tridents like spears, like they're ready to attack with them. Breck and Charlie, as you're watching in the distance, you see the skin on Tan's tail start to ripple, and the coloration change, like start shifting toward red.
Breck's gonna run over there.
I think if I'm able, I would want to disengage people, just holding on.
Okay.
But like with my wings and tail, I would be like creating space.
Okay.
Like space and being like, I won't hurt her, but she hurt me. So what is going on?
Breck, you run up. Charlie, are you staying back or are you approaching as well? Sorry, baby,
I'll
muted.
approach, but I'll approach, but slowly.
All right, so
I
you're
also
slowly walking
remember
up.
in the one. I'm good at this.
All right, so you back up like 5 feet, just holding the one priestess. Breck, go ahead and give me a perception roll. You can make one as well, Charlie, but you'd be at disadvantage because you're behind. 10.
17 plus 3, 20.
I got a 17.
Twinsies!
Okay. You both notice, maybe you see a glimpse of it, Charlie, as Tan's kind of looking behind her to back up. But Breck, you definitely notice as well. Tan's eyes, the iris and pupil are gone and just replaced is like a solid, like deep purple, almost black type orb where her eyes.
Have I ever seen that before?
No. Strikes you as very odd. You can make a Arcana or Religion check if you would like to.
Oh, okay. Arcana is way better. It's plus 5.
That's my chair. You can't see where
19 plus 5, 24. I was rolling shit last time, so this is nice.
Okay. The eyes, the coloration of the eyes, the coloration of the tail, you start to smell sulfur. And it occurs to you that she is exhibiting signs of actual possession by a fiend.
Uh-oh. So, what does that mean?
I mean, there's a devil of some sort inside of her.
Okay.
So
I'll be
devils,
like, "You
devils in
okay,
the Scarred Lands, devils are servants of Chardoon, the god of destruction. So they are, or no, I'm sorry, of Chardoon, the god of slavery. So they are bound by very specific laws, very specific rules. They behave in very specific ways. And they absolutely try to basically take over and like exert their will over and control people.
Can I see any of this while I'm walking around on the grounds?
No, this is they
were away. Okay.
Yeah, went off a few blocks before it happened.
I'll be like, Charlie, something's happening. Hey, Tan, you okay, girl?
Be like, this person burned my forehead after I was dared to get touched by her, and now they're trying to attack me.
That was a healing prayer, she says, the one that you're holding.
Mm-hmm.
Do they look like they're attacking us at all, or are they just waiting defensively?
The two that didn't get grabbed are holding out their tridents, but they're right now they're holding a stance. They're not advancing.
I'd be like, what if they apologize? If they apologize for hurting you, can we go be touched in the nice way somewhere else? Because I still think that's her motivation.
I don't know.
If the mean ladies say they're sorry, I'm going to glare at them like, you started this.
I don't think that that's going to help the demonic.
That's a separate problem. That's a separate problem.
The
if we could unhand the other people who could get into a fight with us, the demon could be next.
The priestess that you have grappled says, there's some sort of a spirit within you. I can feel it. I can feel its energy. If you come with us, we can take you to our high priestess, and she'll be able to help.
I think I look at Breck.
Breck's going to be like, they're not coming at us. My battle sense says they probably don't want to hurt you.
They just did, though.
We don't know that. I don't know. They're not attacking us. Breck knows that in battle, if they want to do something and they get you, they're going to go around and aggressive, especially in a place like Scarredlands. And so he's probably like, this whole thing's weird. Maybe if we just get everybody to let go, we can run away. Like,
Charlie, go ahead and give me a perception check if you don't mind.
Like, how much
trying not to eat anybody right now.
I don't know much about the religion that they have. I think it's probably not.
I had to use my inspiration. Perception. 14.
Okay. So as you're kind of looking around, you see a couple of guards round the corner and kind of put their, slow down and kind of put an eye on what you all have going on over there.
I'm going to try to kind of quietly say, you guys, guards.
And as you say that, it starts raining.
Mm.
The lightning starts.
I think I will disengage. And what is a pusher? Disengage and pusher. Say your names and the temple location is all I need, and I'll tell you if I'm going to go there. If I ever go there, to tell you.
Yeah.
The one that you had hold of looks confused for a second as she tries to figure out what you just said. And then she says, we are representatives of the Temple of Manaway. Our high priestess is Mary's sea daughter. You may find us in the main temple down by the southern dock. About that time, the guards start walking over. Everything all right over here?
I'll
Guard of all the guards.
Yeah, I'll walk over and start trying to chat at the guards.
I love when Charlie chats up guards. That's my favorite.
What are you going to say to them?
I'm going to say, we just had a brief misunderstanding. Everybody's fine. My friend here was offered some assistance from the High Priestess of the Malaway temple, and we were discussing whether or not she was going to take it. So we've gotten the information we need, and we're going to move along now. But this does remind me of one time when I was playing in a bar down, I don't know, somewhere else. And at that time, there was a confrontation in front of the bar that was violent. And that confrontation was a mess. If we had more time, I would tell you all about it, but we have some drinking to do.
They nod and say, just keep it off the street. Continue on their way. The priestess says, please take our assistance. We fear you may desperately need it. And then they start to walk around you as well, unless you stop them.
I do not know what's good for me.
All right.
Rick grabs Tad and looks right at her eyeballs and turns her what's going on? Are you okay?
If he does that, if he's looking me in my eyeballs, I'm kissing him in the face.
And then hold you this far.
Oh, you can't change.
There might be some light wrestling, but Breck is are you purple? Is your tail weird? What's going on?
We're rolling for this kiss.
Do you need a shower? Oh my gosh. Don't roll for a kiss.
You're holding on to Tan, and she, reaches in and gets you a peck on the cheek before you get her pushed back. And you notice her eyes start to fade back to their normal color. And as her eyes start to fade back to their normal color, the storm starts to abate. and her tail goes back to normal, and the weather just returns to as it was.
I'm gonna shake off. I'm like, oh, that was weird.
Rex like, see, does anyone need a drink? I think I need 4.
Oh, what am I waiting for? What else are you gonna dare me to do?
Yeah, Brick like super regrets that for the record. He's not gonna say it out loud, but he's like, God damn.
All right, you
It's a
make
good
your
thing
way.
the fighters weren't there. That would have been a mess.
Mm-hmm.
You make your way to the nearest pub and start getting some drinks in you. Whilst you're doing that, and everyone else is up at the pit fighting place, Haiku, you had gone back to Belsmith's Bliss, and you had met with Mistress Jasmine.
Yes.
And she had offered you a means of sort of getting control over this fear and these feelings that you're having, right?
Yeah.
And you agreed to hear out kind of what she was offering. And she opened a secret door under the stairway. The stairs lifted and led to a subterranean tunnel where she was escorting you. That sound about right?
Yeah.
Wonderful. As you're walking along through this underground area, it's lit by torchlight. There's just kind of like a series of narrow hallways, and those narrow hallways appear to be like the walls look like they are basically made out of bone. Like you're walking through like an ossuary where there's been just thousands of dead people stripped down to their component skeletal parts, and basically walls built out of those being stacked up. And you go through an area where it's like all femurs, and you go through an area where it's all skulls. You go through an area where it's all rib cages, things like that. And it kind of twists and turns a little bit. It's a little hard to keep your bearings while you're down here.
It all looks very familiar and oddly comforting to me.
Right, exactly. Why don't you go ahead and just give me like let's do a survival roll as you're trying to keep track of like where you are traveling through and like how you would get back.
Sure. That's gonna be 7.
All right, yeah, you're pretty fucking turned around. Like you're fairly certain that if she just up and left you where you're at, there's a very good chance you would never get back to the surface. You would just be downright screwed. But she doesn't. She continues staying close to you, giving you directions. And after what feels like forever, you make your way into a chamber. You step in, and this chamber's got kind of like a rusted metal floor. that leads to a deeper pit. You can see that there's stairs that lead down into this pit, but you can't see, like, it goes down far beyond the depth of your dark vision, far beyond what you're able to see. It just looks like stairs kind of into nothingness. And she says, before we're able to proceed with your training, I need to know that we have your trust and that you're going to give yourself over fully to the processes and the procedures that you will learn here.
How can I give that?
The first lesson we require is that you give your faith to the shadow.
My faith to the shadow?
Yes, that you take a leap of faith. You step off of this platform into the darkness and trust the darkness will provide.
Think I'm gonna like start walking towards the ledge, and I'm just gonna like look over for a bit. I'm gonna do one of these, like look down the ledge, look back at her, back at the ledge, and I'm like, here?
Says yes.
This?
Yes.
Oh boy. And you swear this is gonna help me?
I wouldn't have brought you all this way if I didn't fully believe that you would be the perfect candidate for this kind of help.
I'm gonna like nervously shake and then walk towards the ledge, and I'm gonna go.
All right. So you jump off. Go ahead and give me a just an athletics check real quick, if you don't mind.
12.
All right. You clear the ledge just fine and fall into the darkness. As you drop about 60, 70 feet down, it rapidly just starts to become like, as you lose the light source above, you're just surrounded by the walls of this chamber as you're falling. And you can see the stairway sort of like the outline of it with your dark vision as it sort of forms a circle around the outside of this pit that you're falling down, but it's far outside of your reach. There's basically no way that you would get to one of the edges. And after what feels like minutes of falling, the light that's sufficient enough for you to even see those stair outlines fades. And you're not sure if it's distance from the ambient light in the tunnels above, or if it's something darker and more wicked that's driving the light away. But you're now in basically a featureless black void. And it feels to you like you're still falling. When you hear a voice.
I think I've after a couple minutes of falling, I kind of go past like the scared phase and just go into like, okay, come on. I'm like trying to psych myself out.
You hear a voice whisper. There's no need to shout, child.
Does the voice sound familiar? Is it Miss Jasmine or?
It is not Mistress Jasmine. No, it does not sound familiar. It's no voice you've ever heard.
Ooh. And I'm still falling, so I'm just kind of like looking around, but there's nothing around me, so I'm just kind of like, who is that?
I am your salvation if you've the courage to accept me.
again, I feel like oddly like familiar and like I'm just like, oh, another one. What are you gonna offer me this time?
Says, our people have watched you since your arrival in this city. We feel that you have great potential. But I fear that your feelings, your attachments, your fears are holding you back.
That's why I've come here.
To shed your attachments, yes.
Still falling, having a conversation.
Go ahead and give me a perception roll if you don't mind.
Perception. Okay. 14.
You feel...
Oh no, wait. I'm gonna use my. That was 12 because I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
Okay, so 14.
All right. So you feel... you still feel like you're falling, but you feel like a almost tickling sensation on both your legs, like a serpent moving along your calves.
Oh man, I don't like these creepy crawlies. So I start. I don't think I'm like frozen in fear at this point. I'm just kind of like tensing up.
You hear the whispers, "Oh, don't do that. That would be very bad if you landed like that." You start to feel the same sensation on your arms. It seems almost like something is wrapping itself around your limbs, or some things are wrapping themselves around your limbs, but you're unable, even if you pull your arm up to your face, even with your dark vision, you're not able to make out exactly what is going on. And the voice says, "Do you fear them?"
Should I?
You have nothing to fear from them. The question of should you fear is one that you can only answer for yourself, but I can tell you that I have no intention of harming you. If I did, you'd be dead already.
That's what the last one said.
The last one.
The one who gave me my abilities.
I see. And this was a deal you made, a pact.
Yes.
That gives you great power. But leaves you directionless. If you were left with direction, you wouldn't be going through this pain.
I think after hearing that, I kind of like, I calm down a bit. I like relax my like posture and stuff.
What if I can give you that direction that your patron so callously kept from you? What if I can give you a purpose?
I think I'd like that, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know that a maybe is worth our time.
I've been alive a long time. I feel like maybe something could help.
Good. You've proven your willingness to trust. You've proven your willingness to listen. There's one more trial that awaits you before I can truly unveil the secrets that I command and begin your healing in earnest. And though you're not sure when, at some point during her last sentence, the feeling of falling completely dissipated.
Ooh. So now I'm just kind of on some ground somewhere.
You're standing on a piece of black ground. Looks like metal that has been basically scorched and polished and is just completely blackened. A torch lights at the far end of the chamber, and looking around, it looks like you're about 60 feet lower than you were. Like, you can look up and see Mistress Jasmine where you're standing.
Trippy. I said out loud.
And a woman steps out. She's got black hair. She's wearing a long black dress. Her hair's long and pulled up, kind of up at the top, but still hanging. It's kind of loosely in a bun, I guess you could say. There's still some wild pieces hanging loose. But her hair is jet black. Her dress is jet black. Her skin is chalk white. And her nails and lips are blood red. She steps into the light. Says, "There's but one trial that remains."
Is this the same voice or no?
Same voice. And this is to test your resolve, your ability to see through a task I have given you.
Listening.
No matter the cost, no matter the risks, no matter the collateral damage.
I've never worried about any of those things.
Good. She hands you a dagger. And this dagger is unusual design. It's like a ritual blade. It's got a standard hilt. On the end of the hilt of the handle is what appears to be like a serpent's head. Looks like maybe a cobra's head. And the crossbar by the hilt looks like a pair of snakes, like rattlesnake tails that are bent inward toward the blade. And the blade itself has one of those sort of curvy designs to it, and ends in a very, very sharp point.
Ooh, fancy. And I like take it and I'm like looking at it and stuff like that. And I'm like all happy. I think I got a new little dagger.
She says, "I need you to spend time with that blade, attune it, bring it to your soul, become one with it. Once you've done so, it will whisper a name into your ear.
Ooh, more voices.
The blade then must drink the heart's blood of that person before the sun rises again."
Ooh. I like it.
Don't disappoint me.
I mean, okay.
He turns and starts walking away, stepping back into the shadows.
What a nice lady.
Mistress Jasmine walks over to the top of the stairs and says, "Did it go well?"
So she gave a nice little blade. Tell me secrets.
Sounds perfect. Come on up.
Does any of this like sound familiar to me though?
You can make an Arcana. Like, does it sound familiar? In like, is this what you experienced with?
No, is this like any deity or something like that, or that I would have maybe heard of?
You make a religion check.
Let's see. Okay. 16.
Yeah. So you've heard rumors that there are to this day assassins who serve Belsameth, who incorporate snake motifs into their magic, use a lot of magic that relies on the shadows. The organization is supposedly called the Cult of the Ancients.
Ooh, okay. Let me write this down.
And they're
Sweet.
basically like a holy assassins guild for the evil goddess of witchcraft and magic.
So what's the organization called again?
The Cult of the Ancients.
Sweet. All right. So Mrs. Jasmine lead me somewhere else?
Yeah, she starts leading you back out the same way you came.
All right. I think I'm gonna try and head to the hood now.
All right. We'll get back to that in a minute. Back at the Fight Club, where y'all are chilling. You doing your reading, Ithrin?
Yep.
I gave you a name for a fighter. What was it?
I was just gonna start calling him Lenny because it ended in Lenny.
Elrin. It's
Oh.
Elrin.
Elrin, there we go.
Thanks. About 2 hours before sunset, Elrin makes his way in. Traveling alone. You see he's got like basically like a euro that he's chowing down on, drinking like a slushed
be kind
slushed
of
fruit drink.
obnoxious with it. So
What's that?
Lulu's gonna go up to him kind of obnoxiously so that her friends can know it's the person they were looking for. Elrin, oh, whoa, what's up, buddy?
He narrows his eyes and takes a bite out of his euro. What do you want, Lulu? You're not on tonight's card.
I know, lucky you. But anyway, I want to know a little something about your boss. He's looking for me and my friend. I'm not going to tell him which friend because I think that's none of his business. So I'm just one of my friends and me, and I want to know if you know anything about that.
Why would I know anything about that?
Because you got ears, you know things.
Yeah, I hear things all the time, like break this one's neck, take a dive in the fifth. That's what I hear.
I mean, why would your boss be dealing in something like wanting to hunt me down when I won the fight for him, I think, last time? Did something for him last time.
I got no idea what his interest is.
Do you know where he is?
I do. Yeah, he's down at his bakery.
Alone? Or how many people live there with him?
He has ample servants and guards.
Travis, I don't remember what I was supposed to be asking this person.
You were trying to figure out, I think you were just trying to either set up a meeting or try to figure out if you could get any insight into why Pawnless Fen was hunting you all.
Okay. If I wanted to get a meeting with him, would you deliver the message for me?
That I can do. Where and when?
Where's a good place, Travis, just from what you know of the lay of the land? It's probably somewhere where there's not going to be any guards, because that went poorly last time.
I mean, if you wanted to meet somewhere that was like neutral and private, any of the temples could work. Those generally nobody starts shit in temples. You could go to one of the more respected or, I guess, safer gambling houses, though he might not see that as being a neutral environment. It's a good, safe place to meet. The souk would be, if you want to meet somewhere where like there will be witnesses, the souk would be the place to go. There's also a park at the Imperial Palace that can be accessed by the public, where a lot of meetings take place that are quiet. It's off the beaten path.
Let's go with the gambling place he said, not the temples. The second thing he said.
Okay, so you want to go to like a gambling house?
Yeah.
All right. He says when?
Well, he works in a bakery, so tomorrow after the bakery would close.
All right. I'll pass that along. Sure you don't want to get in the ring tonight?
Thank you. Nah, you guys couldn't handle me tonight.
He chuckles. Walks in, tosses his, bag on the ground and starts finishing his food. What would the rest of you be doing during this exchange?
Ithrin's got her attention half on her book and half on Lulu. Like, are they gonna fight? Because if they're gonna fight, she's gonna help Lulu.
That's fair. What about Alan and Charlene?
I've been just staring at them talking like this entire time.
Right on.
Not creepy at all.
I'm just like drawing in my book and every once in a while looking up, but like totally paying attention to the entire conversation. You know what I mean?
Nice.
I'll go back over there and I'll tell them about the meeting that we got and that we should probably round up the gang. And then I'm going to definitely be like, hey, why hasn't Haiku been here for a while? Where's that guy?
I mean, he's probably abandoning another friend.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
I'm not bitter. It's fine.
We better go find everybody. It'll be important for tomorrow just to let everybody know. And if anybody doesn't want to come, it's okay. Could get ugly. Hopefully it won't.
Hopefully it will.
Well, hopefully we'll have enough time to actually get a day of work done on this project. Yeah, it'll help us find him the next time he wanders off on his own.
Yeah, you'll absolutely have some downtime. So are you going to head from there back to the neighborhood, or are you going to try to track down wherever the rest of the group wandered off to?
I don't think, is there a way we can track them? We don't have the tattoos yet, so I don't want to be a part of this party.
I mean, I'm gonna walk out and like I'm a fairly tall orc, but like I'll stand on something and look around and see if I can see Brett.
I'll give you piggyback right.
Hey guys, just saying, we were probably going to be back by around sundown because that's when we were supposed to meet the guy. So
yeah,
we knew the stipulations.
Right.
Well, I probably like jump up on someone's shoulders and see Breck walking over and like
Well, I mean, Breck.
They're just a couple of.
By the time he's shown up, Breck is already long gone.
Oh.
Yeah, they've already made their way to the other public
Breck
house.
felt it in his heart, Charlone. I know.
Yeah, so I guess you get up and kind of look around. You don't see any immediate evidence of them. And it's also super crowded. It's a little hard to see. You could try to make survival rules to track them, which would be damn near impossible in this crowd. Otherwise, you can just head back to the hood, or you can party until sundown.
I have too much work to do. I need to organize stuff. I need to invite a spellcaster.
All right, you start making your way back through town. You're cutting through the souk on your way through, and you notice a bit of as you're sort of passing where the street intersects with the road that goes out to the main gate of the city. You see some sort of... Yes?
I have an idea. As I'm going, I'm gonna just as a party favor, throw a water ball into the sky and make it explode with light.
Right on.
And rain a little bit, and hopefully grab their attention and try to get them to meet up with us wherever we're going.
Oh, it was raining earlier.
It was raining earlier, that's true, but that's not from this rain. But yeah, as you're making your way along, whose attention are you trying to grab? I'm sorry?
Our friends that Brack, Tan, Charlie, I think were the three that wandered.
Yeah,
away.
I mean,
I'm assuming that they would recognize a Charlung tossed water ball.
If they were close enough to see it, maybe.
Yeah,
I mean, you can give it
weird water shit happens. Oh, Charlong, he needs something.
You give it a shot, but I mean, they're too far away and not outdoors by the time you're out there. But what you do notice, though, as you're making your way by, is that commotion up the road toward the front gate. Seems like the guards are kind of moving through relatively rapidly. The crowd is starting to part a little bit. And you see a pair of guards, and they're carrying a large sack, together. And the sack itself has blood sort of dripping out of the top of it. Or, I mean, out of the bottom of it. I'm sorry.
I'm going to get closer and try to see what's going on.
Right. What about the rest of you?
I mean, I'm all for...
Sorry, I'm just going to follow Lulu.
What were you saying, Alan?
I mean, I'm all for killing some guards today.
Oh, God, here we go. No one in this group is going to stop you.
Right.
As you get closer, you hear the guards. They're saying, "Make way, make way! We have bodies. We need to get them to the temple."
Oh God! I'm gonna say, what happened to these people?
We don't want to cause a panic, man.
Not knowing is causing me to panic right now.
Says, well, we're not quite sure, but it appears that these bodies were launched at the front door of the city, at the front gate.
Oh, good. Oh, wow. Somebody's sending some kind of message.
Yeah, look.
Taking it to the temple?
For proper burial. We assume that they're divine worshippers. Why don't you all make a perception roll that's there? Alan, you can have advantage on this perception roll.
Cool.
Oh, I got a 20.
Okay.
I got a 16.
9.
17.
All right, everybody but Charlung recognizes the very. You can see by the lumps in this bag that there are 3 humanoid bodies. They all appear very large and muscular. And those of you who got a 15 or better on your perception roll can clearly tell that they have equine features, long snouts. They have hooves.
Are they the Sutek we disposed of?
We didn't dispose of him. We left him there.
But we disposed of their lives.
That is true.
It's possible. You'd have to be able to see the bodies that are in the bag to know that for sure.
I'm gonna reach for the bag and unzip it.
You're just gonna try to grab the bag out of the guard's hand? Go ahead and make a strength roll.
Yeah. Is the guard a human? Is he gonna try to stop me?
Yeah, they are human, and yes, they are going to try to stop you, but go ahead and roll strength.
19.
Okay. The bag isn't exactly it's not like a modern body bag. It's like a big burlap sack filled with corpses, basically. And you pull it, you grab a hold of the bag and pull on it to take a look. And while it doesn't, it basically drops open as you tug on it. And 3 iron bread fall out. These are not the Sutek that you fought. You can tell by their clothing that they're probably traders, like some sort of merchants, or even just like hunters that were coming to town to trade. You can tell that based on the tattoos that they have, they were probably all married. So it looks like it was 2 husbands and a wife. And based on the carvings in their flesh that are written in Sutek, it says something along the lines of, "We know where you are, we will find you."
It says that as a message to someone else where they were
right.
left.
Like it was carved into their torsos.
Where did you say you found these bodies?
Somebody flung them upon the city gates. We suspect with a trebuchet or perhaps a catapult.
Is that the fire guy who I still have his hair?
Can we stop desecrating the corpses now? Are these family members of yours?
No, take it away. We're not all related.
If I wasn't busy, he picks up the corpse and starts walking out.
What does that mean?
I'm going to be like, we should investigate this in a second. We don't need to meet that firewall again. I'm whispering that to Alan because I don't need to tell everybody.
I grunt in agreement. It can't be a message to us, though. I tell Allie, it can't be.
I realized. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I realized everyone else stopped, and then I turn around and I'm like, "Are you guys coming?"
We catch up to Charlon and Ithrin. I feel like Ithrin was just reading with her book in her face.
Getting really distracted now that we're back out in public by all the free food again. I'm probably trying to figure out how do I eat the stuffed bun and not get grease on the. Oh, this is so hard. Life is so hard.
I will put one hand on each shoulder of Ithrin to just keep her going straight. Steering her.
I appreciate you.
Okay.
You do what you got to do.
And with
But
that,
I'm like looking gravely at Lulu, like it's probably nothing, right?
I'm just gonna add up a list.
Lulu made.
Yeah, that's the face. Sure, we need to start getting a book on this person is after us, and this person is after us, and
We might have to change our name from like the murder hobos to the hunted.
Oh dear.
Hunted murder hobos.
and Ithrin, you were heading back to the neighborhood as well, right? Or not Ithrin, I'm sorry. Haiku, you were headed back to the neighborhood. Right?
Yes, yeah, I am.
Because Ithrin, you were with them, so obviously.
Yep.
I'm
just going with the flow.
So as you're all making your way back into the hood, you do see Haiku. And Haiku, how are you moving about, and where are you going since your actual place is all fucked up?
I've just been like not even looking at where I'm walking. I'm just walking towards where I know where the hood's at, and I'm just looking at my little knife.
Okay, so you see Haiku wandering, like literally holding out this ritual dagger for the whole world to see.
By the way, also like in my cloak, just walking.
Do we know? Can we see the dagger pretty good?
Yeah, I mean he's not hiding it.
Do we know anything about the dagger?
You can make a religion check when you see it.
Well, that's not going to go well. You said religion?
Yep.
My religion is -1, so I got a 3, guys.
No clue. It's a neat looking knife, though.
I'll be like, Haiku, what you got there?
And I just like hide it in my like jacket now, or my pouch. What? Nothing.
Hey, who'd you abandon this time? Where are they? Are they bleeding? Can they be saved?
Maybe.
Ithrin will like look in the direction that he's walking from.
No, you don't see any signs of
looking her dead in
carnage.
her eye. I'm just looking her dead in her eye, all serious.
I'm gonna ask more questions. Where have you been?
Oh, just out and about, doing my thing that I do when I'm not with you guys. Important stuff.
Wait, is this serious or is this suspicious at all? I can't tell.
Mean, it sounds suspicious to me.
Holland is just like, word. Because he doesn't want to talk about it, then whatever. We shouldn't pry. So I say word to Haiku, and then I just like eyeball Lulu, like, leave him alone. I don't say leave him alone, I just look at her like.
That's okay. Lulu's just noting that this guy's acting suspicious and just hid a dagger in his cloak, so she's a little suspicious of him right now.
It's a good thing Brack isn't here, because Brack would be all up on everyone's business. Some offense.
You're all welcome.
Where did those 3 disappear to?
Yeah, I thought you were with them, maybe, no?
At sundown, we're at the place you guys told us to meet at. And we're like,
you'll probably figure it out. You're adults.
I thought you were meeting. My understanding was you were meeting up back at the neighborhood at sundown, which it's still probably at this point about an hour from. So if you.
I thought we were going to meet at the place to meet the guy. But I'm fine going back to the neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, we'll just go ahead and say you plan on meeting up back at the neighborhood. And I assume you're heading over to Alan's shop because it's the safest place to go.
Yeah, I mean, our shop is right next to Alan's, so I might be in ours.
And Haiku, you're hanging out with them?
Yeah.
Are you now? Once you're aside there, are you going to try to get a short rest and attune that knife?
Yeah, I'm gonna whoever's house we're going into. I'm just gonna find a corner in there, face the wall, and just like short rest on this knife.
Right on. And I assume Ithrin, you're doing your reading.
Yep.
Charling's still working on your design.
and Holland is watching Sherlock work because that's super interesting.
Okay. And Lula?
Yeah,
Lou
I'm
is
working
gonna
with leatherworkers tools right now.
Lou is gonna sit like kind of near Haiku-ish, but like pretend to take a nap and keep one eye on him because he's suspicious.
Right on. Yeah, he's just staring at this dagger, kind of gently rocking back and forth.
Which
in
does not help.
my cloak.
We'll get back to you all in a minute. So down at the bar, what are y'all doing for those couple of intervening hours you have?
Well, what my idea was, and you guys please jump in if you'd like. I feel like we've definitely had a few brewskis. Charlie's getting some money, but in order to avoid the crowd, I feel like I can pick up the kitty cat again. And we can go flying back home, drunk flying. Not illegal. Things. And then I just get to pet the cat. She's playing music. We're having a good time going home.
You're gonna go pet your kitty after a good night of drinking?
Whoa.
Also, Brett can't get drunk, but he's definitely like, swish, woo, party. But he's just keeping an eye on Tan. He's like, yeah, so trashed right now. Oh my God.
Then Tan would try to keep up with Breck, and it's not going to.
It's okay. Brett can carry you home. He's not drunk. He could be outside. It's fine.
But I'm down to fly us all back.
Can you carry both of us? I mean, I only weigh 10 pounds, maybe.
I'm pretty sure I can.
I'm just a giant, sexy Viking blue purse.
Right on my back. I can hold the kitty.
Tan is DTF. She's down to fly.
Down to
I feel like if Charlie wants to there out, we can have them try to throw money at us up here.
Oh gosh, yeah, I definitely see Tan like dancing to Charlie's music, like Charlie's playing like a classic rock song, but Tan's like, dude,
only if Charlie wants. Charlie has to say yes to this.
It's very nice to ask.
All right, she consented with the thumbs up.
It's good to respect the artist. That's good.
All right, so
cat, we know this.
as you're wrapping up your debaucherous drinking fiasco in the club, Charlie, go ahead and give me a performance roll. Let's see how much money you've made while you were in there.
Nat 20.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
So you will walk away with...
Which would make it the 26.
Yeah.
$1 million gold.
$1 million gold.
Oh wait, this one.
No, you'll walk away with, we'll say, 25 gold.
It's so gold.
Awesome.
And as you're flying out, Tan, give me a perception check, but make it a disadvantage if you don't mind.
Travis, I'm having a potty emergency. Can I run off real quick?
Yeah, do your thing.
I'll be right back.
While I'm
No, you must hold it during D&D.
in game, no, I got a 14 on disadvantage.
Nice.
Yeah.
So as you take to the sky, you look over, and where you're at, you can see the Temple of Manaway from where you are, which also gives you a view of the South Dock. It's a ways off, probably 10, 15 blocks or so, but close enough where you can see, certainly see details on like some of the ships and whatnot. And you see docked right near the Temple of Manaway, this massive sailboat that looks like it's constructed of like the bones of like a giant creature, like a dinosaur or something along those lines. But it's draped with various pieces of like super bright, super garish cloth in dozens of contrasting colors. it looks like a box of Crayolas vomited on this ship, basically. But you notice each of the flags of these various different colored sort of silken flags that are hanging from the ship has an embroidered golden pattern similar to that the Heron Priest and the Harlequin were wearing on their clothing. And you can see there's kind of a small crowd gathered in front of that ship.
I believe that. What is the where is home versus the southern docks?
So home is literally the opposite direction. It's north of the docks.
So we've been drinking, or is it just me that's been drinking? Because I don't usually drink, but just because it's a party time.
Right. I don't know if Charlie's been drinking or not.
I'm sure Charlie picked up a couple drinks, but I'm sure she wasn't pounding them.
Okay, and I believe that Breck has also been.
You believe Breck is...
I can't get poisoned. He can't get drunk.
Yeah.
Been partaking. So I feel like, since it's so close, maybe we'll take the long road home and fly over that way first and see what's going on. It seems
fly which way? There's two things at the southern docks. Which way you going?
Are you looking for the Juggalos again? Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Well, I was told to meet at the southern docks by two separate people.
Right, because if we're going for Juggalos, Breck is going to try to steer you like a parachute. But if we're going for temple for internal blessing reasons.
They're at the same spot, so I feel like it just looks like we're going to the southern dock.
Okay, so since it's not towards home, Breck's going to be like, interesting navigational choice. Where are we going?
And is Charlie just strumming away? Or?
In the sky? Just
Yeah, so just play while you're...
Background music?
That is
Got
the
me by the
cutest
scruff
thing
of the
ever.
neck.
I need to draw that right now.
There's a ghost, genie ghost, sitting on a flying tiefling and a kitty cat playing the guitar.
Right, exactly. It's basically what it looks like.
But yes, I think we decide to go there first. And I'm probably headed towards the boat with the two flags that both reflect things that she was like, I remember this is why I was supposed to go here.
And Breck's going to be like, I disagree. I think it was for magic reasons to make you feel better and no one could dirty touch you again because he doesn't quite know what happens.
Are you asking me? Because I'm just going.
Oh, did you say that out loud? If you didn't say it out loud, then he didn't. Okay, no. But he definitely asked, oh, we're going to the docks. Why are we going there?
Look at the pretty ship.
I don't think we should go to the ship.
We'll fly over. We'll do a flyover.
As you start flying up, you can see there's probably 50 Shelzari residents gathered around. You see a couple of Harlequins are doing a fire dance, and the crowd's cheering. You see one of them is suspended from some of the flags that are hanging off the side of the boat, doing silk acrobatics basically in the air. And you see that the Heron Priest is standing there and talking about the virtues of life among the Carnival of Shadows, and that all who wish to step beyond this mundane existence into a life of pure bliss in service of the Jack of Tears may join them in their journey to distant Termana.
Oh,
that sounds dirty and gross and not fun at all. How about we check out this place over here?
Charlie, do you want to play there?
No, not really.
No. You guys sure you don't want to check it out?
Pretty sure we did the flyover. You were right. Cool view. Probably not fun or sensual at all down there, actually.
50 people having a good time. 3 flying over. Oh, my group could probably persuade me.
All right. So are you then going to divert yourself to the temple, or are you going to divert yourself home?
Any suggestions from the group? Because I don't think I would just go to the temple by my own choosing.
And I don't think I know enough to suggest it.
I'm gonna be like, hey, if you want to stay over here, we could go over there. That's cool. But I think we have a date. We got a date to get back to.
We did say we would meet them at sundown, and if the people, they were both on the Carnival of Shadows. Both the priest people and the carnival people are on the same place.
You did no. So the Temple of Manaway is like up the block from where the Carnival of Shadows is docked. The priest that was talking was the priest that was with the Carnival of Shadows, not one of the Manaway priests.
All right, my bad on that. I was just like, oh shoot.
There's a lot of priests. Shelzar is a very holy city, oddly enough.
Obviously.
Despite the orgies and Belfry.
Do you guys want to go to something else at the Southern Docks?
If you want to, like, if you ask us again, I'd be like, do you want to go to the temple? That's the only other thing I know is here. Do you want to go somewhere else here?
I don't know their religion, and I don't really follow that religion.
I don't know if we need to follow the religion, but I know you're kind of weird, and they seem to know where the weird comes from. And if you want to talk to them, I got you. But if we want to go back to our date, we could probably go do that too. But Brack's not going on that boat.
Charles?
Charles?
That's the formal of Charlie, I guess.
I guess. This would be Charles Zeta, thank you very much.
So much more classy.
Right? No, I mean, if you want to go to see a priest, I don't have a problem with that, but I'm going to go home too.
Like, just side question from Roz to Tori. Do all of the, like, sins, do they know something's going on? Or do they know just like, it's my turn? Or
I'm aware of the fact that I get urges from somewhere, but I'm not necessarily aware that there's something other than my own craziness. I feel as though I am also mad. I've attempted to talk about it before, but it's never turned into anything.
So what do you want to do, Tan? We can stay, we can go.
You guys are going Tan would go home then.
Okay, let's go home.
Flying home.
You start flying back to the hood. You pull up to the neighborhood basically as the sun is cresting over the horizon. Just as the sun sets, you have attuned the dagger. And the handle bends toward your ear, Haiku, and whispers, "Pawnless Fen."
A smile just burns across my face, and I just leave the building. I just start heading out.
You don't know where he is.
I know where he's usually at. So.
Do I see any of this since I was keeping an eye on him? Or
yeah,
you were sitting right next to him.
You absolutely see it. Yeah, you don't hear the whisper, but you see the snake's head like bend toward him as the sunlight through the window fades.
So, as someone in this time, that's still weird, right?
Sure. Yeah, it's a little weird.
We're like, Haiku, where you going, buddy?
I'm like halfway out the door.
I'm gonna catch up to him because I'm bigger than him.
As I go, I cast invisibility.
All right. So you step out.
Is he faster than me?
Well, he turns invisible. Is really the.
Damn it.
As you're flying up, you see Haiku step out onto the stoop and turn invisible.
That's odd.
I'm gonna be like, "Hey, kid, what's going on, man?" Even though I know I can't see him, but I know I saw him. What you doing, bro?
I'm making my way to the fight pits where Paula's usually at.
Okay.
You said
I'm like, he's so fun.
No, I just said that to Travis. No, I didn't say that out loud. I said to Travis.
No, I
Just
mean,
walking towards
like,
me.
regardless of you not answering, I'll be like, I saw him. He's so fun. That kid's so cool.
And you see Lulu is like standing on the stoop, like I would assume aggravated at this point.
Yeah, like where the hell did he go? I'll tell everybody, like, hey guys, Haku just left and his knife was talking to him.
That can't be good.
Right.
Wow. Haiku might be in trouble. He might need friends to go help him.
He went invisible. I don't know where he went.
I assume that Ithrin says that and then like turns a page and maybe like
Yeah,
Flips the
pretty
page.
much.
like crosses like recrosses her legs.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Travis, since we saw which direction he went, could we do some sort of perception roll or something to know where he was going?
The best you could work out is that he was headed southward.
Could I summon a familiar that can track by scent?
Sure.
I would like to summon like a canine. Whatever
Right.
the Scarred Land equivalent of what would be on canine unit. I'll
I
be
mean-
like, whoop it, animal.
There are just like straight up
If you
dogs.
freak out, I gotta help. So
There are just like straight up dogs. That takes you about 10 minutes to cast that as a ritual. So you start getting ready to summon a familiar. What's everybody else doing while Breck is calling for that familiar?
I don't know why everybody's up on other people's business in this group.
Yeah, I'm working, and I assume Olin is still watching over my shoulder.
Yeah. I'm just sitting next to you, like, interested
Unless
in
you're
your
also a
help.
leather worker, in which case I could do some help.
Am I? I don't think I am. I think I picked alchemy, but like I haven't used it at all, and I don't know if I can change it.
Because I saw the commotion of someone trying to follow another person and then the other person going invisible, I was like, oh no. So that's why I'm intrigued with the situation.
I mean, I saw somebody talk to a knife, and that's pretty intense. And then the fact that he went invisible definitely is like, there's something up. But, I mean, I'm not trying to do anything beyond that because, if I know where he's going, I'm going to go see what's going on. But obviously, if I can't find him, I'm not going to go hunt him down.
All right. And
He's the person here, obviously.
as they're all walking in, Charlung and Breck, I'll let both of you go ahead and make a perception roll. You're both going to be Charlung, you're going to be at disadvantage because you are not paying attention really to what's going on. You're paying attention to your work. And Breck, you're just going to have a direct straight roll.
you got 12.
Actually managed a 13 even with the disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah, you don't notice anything particularly unusual.
Does my wolf? Is it out yet? I couldn't find dog. They only had wolf. So
No. Your wolf appears, and you can go ahead and make a survival roll for the wolf to see if it can get Haiku's scent.
Let me do that. 15 plus 3 is 18.
All right. Haiku, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
It's gonna be 17.
The wolf starts barking and growling. I think it's got a scent.
I'm going to call the wolf Sheila, because that's a red versus blue joke in Halo and really popular in the military. So be like, what is it, Sheila? What happened? Where'd he go?
She starts barking and kind of gesturing with her head the direction she wants to go.
I'm like, y'all want to go to the party?
We just came that way. But okay. Are we flying again, or?
I doubt you can carry Lulu. I mean, if everyone's going, Lulu will go with. But she's not going to make the call on this one because she's like, I want to know. I'd protect him if he was here.
Did you talk to your guy, Lulu, that you were here for?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so is there anything we needed to do here?
No, we're waiting. We have a meeting at probably sundownish tomorrow.
Who are we
Okay.
meeting?
If we have a day, I can chase down the kid.
Who are we meeting?
Pawnless Finn. Why?
Dun dun dun!
Because he's got a bounty on me and Ithrin's head, and we need to talk about it. Somebody watch Alwyn for that conversation.
She senses they're talking about her.
Yeah, like in an anime or a manga.
That's a good sneeze if it's one. I don't know why I said that. What?
So I'll go if someone else is going, but otherwise I won't go by myself.
Breck's going.
Okay, I'll go back to
Why do you want to follow him anyway?
Because Lulu wants it.
No, I wasn't going to go if other people didn't have motivation.
The irritation spoke for you.
I was going to... He's being suspicious, so I was like, oh, what's up? And then a knife talked to him, but I wasn't going to follow him unless somebody else was intent on following.
I mean, Breck's not mad.
Have you ever...
When am I...
Dragging people.
When am I
Have you
not
ever known
suspicious?
him not to be suspicious?
Yeah, I was gonna say, when am I not suspicious?
I didn't think he was suspicious. I just thought he was weird. And then he got suspicious.
We could show up and then he just makes us go shopping again. I'm saying. The kid's actually pretty boring, so I don't know if this really going to be anything going on. You think it's going to be cool, and then it's shopping. But I have no problem hunting him down.
So
either work or go to party. I'm going to choose party.
This dog is just like, come on, man. He's over here. Go on, let me...
Right? What if we turn
the way I see it, we have some downtime. We should just work.
So while you're
go chasing people who walk away of their own accord and don't ask for help when we're all sitting right here.
While you're discussing this, out on the stoop with the guard dog or the wolf you've summoned trying to rush after,
right?
You see 3 guards come walking up around the corner. And you see one of them, 2 of them have their spears and shields in their ready position, not aggressive, but basically ready to enter a fight if they need to. And the third one is carrying a scroll. And he says, excuse me, is this the smithy?
No.
What kind of smithy?
The kind where metal is smithed?
I'm gonna have to think on it. Can we help you?
I walk out. Did I hear this from inside?
I'm sure you probably do, yes.
Breck's like, what are you doing?
He's looking for, I'm gonna make money. Bitch, yes, what can I do for you?
They say
looking at Breck
the one with the scroll opens, rolls the scroll out and says, "Are you Alland?"
No.
Now she's like, never
I
mind.
look up at Holland.
Who's asking?
That's my sister. What do you want with her?
I'm asking on the behalf of the city guard. The captain of the guard is trying to has asked us to reach out to the Ironbread community and gave us a list of known Ironbread, as there was an incident at the front gates today, and we wanted to see if you were okay, if there were any issues, if there was someone you were aware of that may have been trying to target your people, and if you were aware of a caravan of your people that was on its way into the city.
I don't know anybody. I was not aware of a caravan. And I'm alive. And then I just blink slowly at him. So is that all?
I think Tan gets really upset and like goes to hug Alan, like, oh no.
Yes, if you think of anything that may, particularly anything that might be important to the security of the city, please do visit the nearest guard outpost and let us know about it.
Okay.
Carry on. Enjoy your carnival.
You as well.
Take off walking. Where's the next one? 20 blocks. Can't these horse people just move into a neighborhood like decent?
Give her another hug, Tan. Give her a hug.
I'm like, I have my hand on my hammer. Like, you don't fucking
People, they're being attacked. But Tan wouldn't even know what peoples are because she has no.
I feel like I'm like, you know, Timon when he's like, let me at him, but I'm like putting my tail in like Tan's hand. Let me at him.
What happened to your peoples?
Oh, there was just a bunch of dead Ironbright earlier. They weren't anybody I know, so I don't know why you look shocked.
Are they gonna come after you next? That could be the shocking part.
No, they were like thrown at the gate, so it was somebody that was outside. And there was like something burned on their skin that said, "We know where you are." But that could be for anybody.
The shock is getting harder.
I know.
Wait, were those the corpses that y'all were talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Were they the ones that? So I don't know. They're not the ones we killed, right? I'd be like, are those the ones we took out in the desert? Like, is that us?
No. Other Ironbread.
The ones you took out in the desert, just point of order, the ones you took out in the desert were Sutak.
Sutak, okay.
And calling an Ironbread a Sutak is super insulting.
Olin and I are friends. She knows.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're okay, Olin? Do you need anything?
Why would I need anything? I'm fine. Like, I don't know them. It's fine.
Okay.
People die. Who cares?
Rick has to take a moment because he's like, Tan has purple eyes. People are killing Ironbreads. The kid ran off. He's just like, oh my God, everything's crumbling. So he's just going to take a moment, back up, breathe deeply like they taught him to do in stressful situations.
Tan has a question for Alan. So are the Sutek and Ironbread fighting, and would us hurting Sutek hurt other Ironbread?
Not that I know of.
Are they fighting?
The
Sutek hate everybody.
I mean,
yeah,
always. But like,
yeah, it was like nothing new. You know, it was like not like, oh yeah, we are out to get each other now. It's like nothing's changed.
Yeah, the Sutak are basically like Titan worshipping, cannibalistic raiders that move throughout the desert to the north of Shelzar. So like, put it to you this way: when the Divine War ended, the Ironbred surrendered and decided to become part of the Redeemed. The Sutak, as far as they're concerned, the Divine War didn't end. Their whole purpose is just to kill as many followers of the gods as they possibly can.
So, could it be possible, Alan, that us hurting the Sutek / murdering them pretty harshly negatively affected some of your peoples?
I don't see how that's my responsibility.
Oh, I don't know if you had any loyalty to our peoples. I am loyal to my monk. But I understand if you are not. But I still, as somebody who tries to do good, feel guilty if my actions have negatively affected others.
I'm looking at her like she's weird.
Oh, negatively means if somebody died.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like,
Hey, Tan, you want to hang out with me and my wolf?
like I don't understand what she's saying. Like,
Totally fine. Never mind. Just wondering. Gonna go have sex with people now.
I just say have fun, and I turn around, and I'm just like legit confused as I walk back into the shop. I'm like turning around like slowly, like.
Can you communicate telepathically with a familiar?
If it's within 100 feet of you.
So I'm gonna look at Sheila and I'm gonna be like, untanned. Like,
Right.
you keep your wolf eyes on her too.
Poor Sheila.
I know, there's so much obligation for this poor wolf.
Aaron's
Right.
just gonna be, come find me if you need to remove disease afterward.
Yeah, the healer's staying back. Both of the I wish him Charles is staying back.
If Lulu has nothing to do, she's not one to be bored. So if I'll go babysit Tan.
Right. So you sort of, and Charlie, are you just going out to make some more money, or are you calling it an evening? Is that a
I'm
yes
just
one?
gonna go play.
All right. So you go out to play. Tan and Lulu and the dog go out to get into some trouble, which doesn't take long to find. Haiku, I'll be with in a minute. Alan and Charlene are working, and Ithrin is reading.
Actually, when everyone but the three of us leaves, because it seems like everyone kind of left, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'll mention something along the lines of, do you think that the Sutek would come after us for what we did?
I mean, maybe we did fail to kill the one guy.
Seems we keep collecting enemies.
Haters gonna hate.
I look back down at the work.
I want like just a picture of Alan, like her token, her pog token, with it, just have it say "haters gonna hate" on like a t-shirt.
I am on it.
All right, so you all sort of go your separate ways.
It's never a good idea to separate. We're always splitting up.
And where's Breck going during all this?
Oh my gosh. Right, can't you even have a moment? Okay, let me see.
That's because you're a busybody.
I know! It's tough being a busybody. You gotta keep the team together, keep morale up. Healthy missions. Okay, Lulu's on Tan, and we got the wolf over there, so Wolf will let me know if they're okay. Lord knows where Haiku is. I think I'm gonna hang out with
Sheila knows you just bailed on Haiku.
Well, because to me, it wasn't an urgent thing. To me, Lulu's worried about her friend, and that is important, and we got to do that. But Tan is like an active threat against herself, and so we just got to make sure it's okay. Because I saw her do some weird shit today, and that trumps Haiku just being who he is. So makes he gets the wolf.
Telling them about that, or are you just thinking that?
No, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know anything for sure. I just know I saw it today, and I'm like, purple eyes and rain, and almost killed some priestesses who were being nice, and we'll just gonna give you, make sure you got backup, give you that wolf. So what's Alden doing? Is Alden still with Charlone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hang out with my partner and my smithy buddy.
All right.
And Ithrin is there too.
And I'm gonna be like, you got any of that tea, partner? Like, I would really use some tea, man.
I like.
And I'm just gonna sit down and have a moment with my introvert.
Ice Cube.
Like the quiet.
Parlor trick.
So,
Everyone loves it.
Haiku, under the guard of your invisibility, you make your way to the fight pit. You make your way into the basement, where you see the dwarf that the other group met with, Ixel. But you also see he is sitting there speaking with a just remarkably obese gentleman. He looks realistically like he shouldn't be able to move under his own power. You can see the wood of the chair legs bowing underneath his girth. And he's dressed in very fine silken clothing and chewing on what looks like the leg bone of like a large, like something that's about the size of like a jungle cat. And as he's chewing on it, there's just grease and blood and sinew sort of spraying everywhere. And you see those maggots crawling throughout it. And you also see in the cage at the far end of the room is the long-limbed, emaciated, sort of giant creature that looks like it basically looks malnourished. It's humanoid, but about 10 feet tall and cramped down in this little cage. And you see a pile of bones at its feet that it periodically picks up and starts shoving into its mouth. Now, amid all this, you're moving along completely undetected. What would you like to
Muted,
do?
Mike, you're muted.
My bad. You said it cut out for a minute when you talked about like who was there. So it's like a big obese guy and then a dwarf, but like none of them are Pawnless Fen.
Pawnless is the big fat dude. The dude who like the
Pawn's the big fat dude, and there's a
right. There's the dwarf, and Pawnless is sitting across from him. And then you see the giant gauntling.
okay, and that's like in a cage, right?
Yep.
What are they talking about? Anything? Or are they just sitting around?
They are speaking. Yeah, they're talking about a shipment. And Pawnless says, we have to make sure that we are making some adjustments to the infusion recipes. I fear that the mixture is losing potency before it arrives across the bay in Zathisk. And if we are going to enlighten the population over there to the wisdom of Garok's teachings, we need the infusions to be able to hold longer.
What was that last bit? Sorry, my reception's really bad here.
Oh, he said if we're going to enlighten the people of Zathisk to Garok's teachings, the infusions will need to be able to hold longer.
Okay. And what damage does my new dagger do?
You're not sure.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, yeah, you attuned it, so you know. It's a +3 dagger. It's got 6 charges. You can spend 1 charge to add 3d6 poison damage to an attack.
Oh, sweet. And so he's on a chair. Is it against the wall or is he?
No, it's like out in the middle of the room. I don't know if you can see on Astral, but they're like in the center of the room. His back is exposed. He can't see you.
All right, so I want to just sneak up behind him and just cut his throat or whatever area his throat would be with his like fat ass.
Right. So you're going for chin number 7 and hoping for the best.
Yeah, with whatever the poison damage to that would be.
All right. So it's a +3 dagger. So go ahead and make a normal dagger attack, and then add +3 to your to hit.
Okay, so plus a dagger. So what D4 plus 3?
Right. Right, but you got to roll your to hit first, though.
Oh, yeah.
D20.
Drop the dice. Oh. 17.
All right, 17 absolutely hits. So what you can do is it'll be the D4 plus 3 for the base damage. And you would add your sneak attack to that.
Okay. Wait, I don't have sneak attack, do I? I'm Warlock.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you don't have sneak attack. So it's just a straight up dagger damage then.
Okay. Oh, sweet. So 7 damage.
All right, so you stab him, and the ichor sort of pours out, and you notice the poison itself doesn't seem to be having an effect on him whatsoever. But you did slice him into one of his chins. And he turns around bleeding and says, "Guards!" And that's where we'll wrap up game for this week.
Damn. That can't be good.
Yes. I'm excited.
That can't be good. That's not good at all. No bueno, senor.
Yeah, that's not gonna go well for you.
You don't know.
Any?
I mean, but we do though.
I got hella cantrips.
Actually, if you listen to our last one, it didn't go well when Ember went off by herself and tried to kill someone.
That's
Acid
true.
Splash, Eldritch Blast, Firebolt, Psybolt, Sword Burst.
Oh yes, I was a warlock. I had all of those things.
Hellish Rebuke.
That's my favorite. So.
1v
All of
mini
them
boss
cantrips.
at level 4 is still a bad idea. Just gotta say.
I'm fine.
Yep,
Cool.
yep. I look forward to seeing how it turns out. So
Hell yeah.
with that note, we'll go ahead and wrap things up.
Sounds like we're rescuing Haiku next episode.
Maybe done before we get there.
Yeah, maybe we should start like a betting pool.
Sounds like our meeting with Pawnless Finn is going to be a hostage negotiation.
All right.
I brought you your friend.
Now, so
I
the
couldn't
dagger,
make many friends.
the dagger, all you need is the blood, right? I don't need to like kill them with the dagger, right? I just need the blood on them.
You need their
right?
heart's blood.
You need the hearts. It needs to drink from their heart's blood.
They're
Oh,
not
I read that.
throat.
Okay.
You still gotta like shank them.
Oh, I would have done some magic stuff then. All right, whatever.
All right. So let's go ahead and do our introductions. Let's start this week with Charlie. Tell us all your pertinent details, please. But when not muted, though.
Muted. Start over.
It does not fucking work when I try to unmute it. I have to push it like 3 or 4 times before it unmutes.
That's the saddest thing.
Yeah, I hate it. So I am Sarah Scharneber, and I play Charlie. We are both she, her. I'm an author and an author tuber, so I have a YouTube channel, and I just started a Sims channel, which is called Birdsmith Simmer. And yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Excellent. So yeah, head over that and definitely like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Next up, we have Tan. Give us your pertinence, please.
Yeah, hi, I am Tori Clark. I play Tan. We're both she, her. I am going to be just putting out some fun videos with my Bells of Fury partner, Rob Fury, who's playing a different D&D game next door. Sorry if you hear any of the weirdness. They're called Dragon Humpers. It's a little different than Scarred Lands.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. I mean, when Tan's less, Jagus just a little bit. So, but no, yeah, you can follow me on @ToriClark_boss mode. I do some fun other games with Rachel as a changeling pirate right now. And then I also do some podcasts with Roz. Yeah, it's a good time. Having a good time here in quarantine.
Awesome. Next up, Charlene, give us your pertinence, please.
I lost the Zoom window. I finally found it. My name's Corey Frang. They, them. Charlong, also they, them, but doesn't give a shit. And yeah, I'm a software engineer working on a video game called Caves of Cud, which is super fun and I think might still be on sale on Steam. It was recently a part of a roguelike bundle. If anyone's into those old school kind of text console based games, it's a super fun one. You should check it out.
Sweet. Rock and
I
roll.
think that's it.
Next up, we have Alan. Give us your details, please. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's me. My name is Milena. I play Alan. I don't care about anybody's business, and I think that they should just do what they want. And yeah, I'm really excited to see how and if we're gonna be able to save Haiku next week. If we're batting, no is my bet.
There's no percentage. It was just no.
No is my bet. In real life, I am a comic book artist and illustrator. I'm a flatter for Dead Legends, and I'm currently coloring Floppy Cup and Touching Evil, which will be fun. But yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I have nothing new coming up. Nothing that I can't talk to you guys about anyway. So, I have a YouTube channel if you want to watch me draw. So there's that.
Sweet. Thank you much. Definitely head over there and subscribe. Lulu, give us your details, please.
Hi, I'm Allie. I don't do anything exciting like everybody else here. I think it's really funny, though, because Alan and Lulu always end up at the same spot for completely opposite reasons. Because my character is good and cares about everybody and wants them all to be here, but we always end up in the same spot. Like, yeah, we should probably kill the guards or something.
Lulu agrees. It's like, yeah, we should all just kill the guards.
Right. Okay. That would help the party. But I'm going to also have to go with Milena on this one. I don't know if Mike's going to make it out.
I'm fine.
He says, having no idea what's in that room. I wish you the best of luck. Next up, we have Ithrin. Please give us your pertinence.
Hey, my name is Rachel. I play Ithrin. We are both she, her. I do a lot of game writing. I've got a couple projects. They should come out soon. I will enjoy promoting them when they do. In the meantime, I am running, like Tori said, a Changeling of the Dreaming game tomorrow night at 9:30 Eastern PM on the Onyx Path channel. Changeling Pirates. It should be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
That sounds super cool. And the costuming on that show is amazing. You all look awesome. Yeah. Last time I spoke my head.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, it was very, very cool.
Yeah, I just wear blue eyeshadow because I'm the sea.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay, the god that's going to discover what we get to do in life.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, and that's 9:30 Eastern, right?
Yep, on the Onyx Path channel.
So definitely tune in for that. Haiku, give us your pertinent details, please.
Hey guys, I'm Mike Mutant. I'm playing Haiku, he, him. Gonna be fine. It's all gonna be fine. I am a Chicago-based comic book artist. I have a comic I call The Freaks on my Patreon, patreon.com/Mike Mutant. It's almost wrapping up its first issue right now. I'm on my last couple pages for issue 1, and then you'll get other fun stuff after that's finished.
I was gonna say you dropped like page 17
but yeah.
like today, right? Or yesterday? Is it like page 17 just came out?
18. 18's today out of 22, I think 24. But yeah, other than that, you can follow me on Instagram at Mike_Mutant. And yeah.
Sweet. Awesome. And last but most certainly not least, Breck, give us your pertinent details, please.
Hey, my name's Roz. I'm she, her, play Breck, he, him. He is going through a time, really excited to just chill with his fellow tradesmen, hanging out with Charlung and Olid, and just taking a second because Tan can summon forces and turn purple and shenanigans. So that for me, Roz, I'm in the Air Force. If any of you know anybody in the Air Force who's competing for Tech Sergeant, the results should be out this week. Some people are getting notified tomorrow. Very exciting time. So you know anybody up for promotion? Fingers crossed for them.
Sweet. And yeah, thank you so much. And that leaves me. I am Travis Legg, he, him. When I'm not doing this, I'm the line developer for Scarredlands and the programming coordinator for the Onyx Path Twitch channel. So I have a Patreon, patreon.com/Travis Legg, where you can get early access to all the video on demand and podcast versions of all of the streams that I run. I put out exclusive content each month for my supporters and other sort of behind the scenes bits and bobs of things that I can talk about. Speaking of things I can talk about, I believe before we return, or perhaps when we return, is this a 5-week month? Nope. So yeah, before we return, next Wednesday, the next installment of Vigil Watch will be out for Scarredlands, and that features the Iron Court, the home of the Ironbred. So you get to learn a lot more about Ironbred culture and about the Sutak in that book. Keep an eye on that. That'll be at Wednesday on Drive Thru RPG. I believe I just got an email that the Scarredlands Creature Collection, if you back that on Kickstarter, the traditionally printed ones are getting ready to ship. So make sure you're checking your emails and that they have your current shipping information. So I believe they're due to ship out early October, or late September, early October. So check that out if you were a backer. If you weren't a backer, you can still get it at Drive Thru RPG in print on demand and PDF, and it will be hopefully in a gaming store near you very soon, which is super exciting. Let's go to the friendly local game shop and buy a copy of it, just so I can buy a copy of it in the game shop. It'll be super neat. Be able to hold it in my hands. I think that's pretty much all I have to talk about at the moment, but we will be back here. I just had a damn calendar in front of me. 2 weeks from
On the
now.
2nd, right?
Yeah. We do the 1st and 3rd, right? Yep, so we'll be back here on the 2nd. So we will find out whether or not Haiku's going to make it. If you have a strong opinion on whether or not Haiku's going to make it, or anything else about the show, you can either tell us on Twitter, or you can go to, if you look for Scarredlands Sins of Shelzar on Facebook, we have an official Facebook page. You can hop in there and leave us a note and say, I don't think that he's going to make it, or maybe offer some suggestions as to what the party can bring to negotiate for his freedom for their meeting. It should be a fun time. And based on the rate we're moving with the story, you should have that tattoo set and the book reading done sometime around episode 20. So, but on that note, I think we'll wrap it up for the night. What's that?
I said Haiku will be dead by then.
That's probably
I'll have a new character.
right. There you go. All right,
like
but yeah. So thank you all so much for tuning in, and we will catch up with you next time. Stay out of trouble. Wash your hands. Stay socially distant.
Run off with pirates.